Hey there guys, Rick Ginn here with Flip with Rick. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you my very first wholesale real estate deal and how I made my first $10,000. And I'm going to show you how you can take the lessons from what I learned and go ahead and apply it to your real estate wholesaling business. So do me a favor, before we get started, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll keep sending you content like this to make you a wildly successful real estate investor. So what we need to do is go back into time. So we are going to go back to 2004 when I did my first deal. The reason I'm doing this video is because so many people sit on this side of the camera and tell you high level stuff and everything's impressive, and they lose focus of why they got started in this business. So I'm going to kind of walk you through all the baby steps I did to get my first deal. And most importantly, I want to share what I was experiencing, because most people don't understand the fear, the feeling of loneliness when you do this business. And it's so critical in that first deal. And I've never forgotten that. Actually, it's what makes me who I am today. So I'm going to show you how I took the deal down, how I found it, the lessons I've learned from it so I can share it with you. So let's dive into it. Back to 2004, I initially learned how to network with real estate agents. And that was a big thing when I got started. It's still a big thing now. You'll find these things kind of come and go based on whatever the hot topic is. That's just how it works. So what I did is I reached out to probably 100 real estate agents that I thought fit the criteria. So here's what I looked for. I looked for real estate agents that were either brand new, seasoned real estate agents that enjoyed working with real estate investors, that had good contacts, but they got tired of dealing with the retail side of the business. So I came across an agent after spending a lot of time doing face-to-face, and I would stop by every other week. And she said, "Hey, Rick, I know I haven't given you a lot of deals, but like something came up and I thought about what you were saying. And what I did teach them was I taught these real estate agents, if you have family or friends looking to sell their property, I can show you how you can receive your full commission and I get the property, and it's a win-win situation solving." So in essence, you could sell the property with great ease, without showings, without constant phone calls, and you get your full commission. Sound like a win-win? So a bell rang. Her mother actually passed away, and she owned a house actually down in South Florida. And she said, "But Rick, it's on the water. It's a good sized house. Is it something you can deal with?" I said yes. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was freaked out. So I said, "Can we take a look at it?" I just decided to take one step, and then that would lead to the next step and the next step, and I moved forward. I'm going to be honest with you, I was scared out of my mind. I didn't know what I was doing. There was very little information anywhere. I decided to go ahead and move forward in spite of my fear. I wouldn't call it courage. It's just I wanted to make some things change. So long story short is I looked at the property. Back then, it was really hard to run comps, so I actually used the real estate agents to run the comps for me. So I had a good idea what it would sell for. It was a waterfront property, which I didn't really even understand the value at the time, and I put it under contract. Now, the house was vacant. She gave me a good deal on it. She just wanted her commission, didn't want a hassle on it. And so, great. I put it under contract. And I think I used a one-page contract back then. And I knew I had about 60 days to get this done because she already hired a probate attorney. There was no problem there because she was kind of on my side. And I said, "Listen, either you can help me find a buyer, or do you mind if I put some signs out and try to get it?" She's like, "I don't care. I just get it sold." So what I did is, I don't think I used Craigslist. I actually stuck a sign. Now, I didn't stick it in the yard because she actually had a realtor sign up there with that, but I put it around the surrounding neighborhood. Bottom line is I found a buyer, was extremely eager to buy it. Now, the house was just outdated. No leaks, the AAC worked. It was just really outdated. And in my mind, I remember them asking you, "Well, how much you offering for it?" I had no idea. I freaked out. And they go, "Rick, how much do you want for the house?" So I remember someone at the time saying, "Listen, don't do anything less than 10 grand in this business." I'm like, okay, well, if I can make 10 grand and not pull one dime out of my pocket, I'm going to impress myself. And that was my thinking. I swear to you, that's how the deal went down. Back in those days, You could actually do assignment of contract with the banks giving you financing. So Bank of America financed this deal, meaning the end buyer went out and got a loan and they paid me a $10,000 assignment fee on the HUD. Now, those days are kind of gone. Like I got a little resistance at the time, but it was part of the deal and it went through. You can't really do that these days. You actually have to do a full assignment agreement and do it on cash. So different time. But here's what happens, guys, is I took a plan of action on my marketing. I followed through with massive diligence. When the opportunity came up, I said yes instead of being scared. Was I scared? Yes, I freaked out, but I kept going through the motions. And honestly, if that buyer didn't work out, it would have gave me the confidence to move on to the next buyer. The money from my first deal was not nearly as important as the confidence I gained from doing it. So if you're doing your first deal and you're only making like 2 or 3K, that's okay, guys. Don't make it the norm. But what you get from completing your first deal is proof of concept. It registers in your subconscious mind if you want to accept it or not. It lets you have permission to be successful in real estate investing. So many people struggle with that first deal, and I want you to relate that so did I. When I did that first deal, it's like a light bulb went off in my head. I was so excited. And you know what I did after I did it? I came home and I shared it with my wife and I showed her that big fat check. But most importantly, she's like, I knew you could do it. Now, she probably had some doubts, and that's just the truth. I know I had my doubts, but I proved the concept. I knew it. I put in so much work doing it. I put in the hustle. I followed an action plan. I stuck to it, and I didn't get results right away. It took time. How long did it take me? It probably took me about 45 days to get my first deal. There was a lot of legwork doing on it. So many people just want to do the deal. They want to show the big fat check. That's not how this business works. Can it work that way? Absolutely. But guys, if you can get through your first deal, I'm telling you, there's something that goes off that says, I have permission to do this. Now I can be successful. I was just like you. This is the big takeaway here is, I know what it's like to do the first deal. And I think so many people on my side of this camera spend so much time telling you about the 100K they make here. And I flipped $1.5 million worth of assignment fees. Hey, tell me about your first deal. How did you feel? Because I feel scared. I'm scared to death. I don't even know what to tell my wife. I don't know what to tell my kids, my spouse, my boyfriend, girlfriend, my kids. They're all looking up to me. I really don't want to fail. We have to communicate this. We have to talk about it. It's not the sexiest thing to talk about, but I feel it's important to share with you. The next takeaway from it is I was scared, guys. I was scared. I was sweating profusely. Honestly, I was fumbling over my words. My ums were out of control. But guess what? The seller looked past it. The realtor really believed in what I was doing, and I was solving her problem. I was solving the estate's problem, and I created a win-win. Remember, we're all about being problem solvers in wholesaling real estate, and that's what I want you to be. The bottom line is, you are no different than me. The only difference is I started 19 years ago. So what I want to do is take you back in time. I was in your shoes. So many people are scared to talk about this. Oh, I won't look good. You're going to make me vulnerable. This is the reality of the business. So I want you to go out there. When you get your first deal done, I'm telling you, a light bulb goes off in your head. And everybody in your shoes, including in my shoes when I started, had doubts if this wholesaling thing is going to work. I'm giving you permission right now. You don't even have to pay a $5,000, $10,000 free. I'm giving you the information for free because I feel in today's age, we need to share more information. I shared it with my son and I made him $100,000. Actually, he made it $100,000 at age 17. And you know what? I knew if I could just get him through his first deal, actually, let me correct you. If he could get through his first deal, his confidence muscles would soar and Once he completed his first deal, it was like he was a 40-year-old man. He just skyrocketed. And that's what I want to share with you. I love when a light bulb comes up. You shouldn't have to pay a big giant fee for that light bulb to go off with you. Guys, if you like what you're hearing, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below. Tell me what you think of it. Tell me about your first deal, or tell me what you're scared of or what's holding you back from completing your first wholesale real estate deal. So I hope this helps you out. I love talking about this stuff. If you don't see my passion in real estate, I've been doing this 19 years. I've been around from the beginning. I'm going to be around to the end. I love this business. I love working with my son. He ignites the passion of real estate in me, and I see it in my own eyes. And he's going to be a bigger and better version. And that's what we do when we become parents and adults. We want our kids to be the best version, a better version than us. So I started at 33, did my first deal. Son started at 17, made 100K much faster than I ever did. And I want to get you there. I've never forgotten where I came from. I never forgot my first deal. And I want you to know, I feel it, guys. You're scared, move forward. I'm telling you, it will work. The only reason you're scared is because it's not the norm. I'm providing the information for you. Zach provides it for you. Guys, hit that subscribe button. Give me your comments below. And I love sharing this time with you. I want to appreciate you spending time with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.